What's going on? Good morning, everybody. I see Warcraft's already here. Warcraft, Ohio. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Um, yeah, I'm on live a lot earlier than I normally am today. Got a couple meetings this afternoon, and do still need to get them watch hours. So we're live now. It's 9:30. Probably go for about an hour. Appreciate anybody that's watching. I know there's a lot on Tuesday mornings. You got Johnny, you got Antonelli. My boy OBX Picker's about to go on with the boys. So there's a lot. So if you're here watching with me, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're watching this on replay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the time after those guys are all off. I do appreciate it. It's already been a busy morning work-wise. That's for sure. Like I said, I got afternoon meetings today. We're going to lunch with one of our biggest customers at 12. And then I'm supposed to go over some of the new changes in the program that customer uses and tell them about some of the new things coming in 2022, which is cool. It would have been a 2 to 3 hour meeting, which is pretty long for anybody, especially right before the holidays. But that all just got changed a few minutes ago. And now I am trying to look for material to share with them in 5 minutes. So that's going to be interesting. Dawn, good morning. How are you? Thanks for coming in. What's up, Marcus? How are you? Little Miss Q, how you doing? Glad you guys could stop in. So yeah, the account manager is going to the Eagles game tonight, and in Philly, South Philly is going to be a shit show, for the lack of a better term, tonight, because there is a Flyers game and Eagles game right at the same time, and they are next to each other. The Wells Fargo, where the Flyers play is already saying you can't get in our parking lots without a Flyers ticket. Doesn't matter if you have an Eagles ticket for that parking lot. Get out, you're going to another parking lot. So it's going to be crazy down there. And we're guessing the customer just doesn't want to have a long meeting today, which is cool. I don't either. I hate long meetings. So they keep telling them you need to go right after lunch. So we talked to them. Well, he talked to them, and now we're going to have just a lunch meeting. So instead of a 3 hour meeting this afternoon, I've got a 1 hour meeting, which is nice. Very nice. But now it's throwing my morning off because I'm trying to finish up work for another customer. And now I'm trying to scramble to find some things I could show them in just 5 minutes, printout wise, instead of showing them the presentation I normally give. So that's definitely made for some fun this morning. This all just got dropped on me probably about 5 minutes after, I set this link, but I want some hours, so I figured I'd still hop on. What's up, Shay? Good morning. Fun time last night, like always. Enjoyed the show. Yeah, thanks to everybody who was here yesterday. I appreciate that. That was a long live. I was about 3 hours. But I'm happy about that because I saw this morning that I got over 50 hours just from that live yesterday. So that made a nice dent in my watch hours. And then with everybody else running playlists and watching my old videos, I got another 12 hours on that. So I got 63 hours yesterday, which is pretty cool. We're sitting at just over 1,000 to go to 4K. So we are quickly moving in that direction, and it's going to take a lot more lives and a lot more people watching videos to get there by January 1st. But I think we can get there, especially with me going on vacation and having the chance to go on live and not be distracted by my regular job. So 3 hours is normal, right? Shay, I think 3 hours for you is actually pretty short. You guys go on for a while, and you're almost always on now for a while between Tracy, Paul. But yeah, it was 3 hours yesterday. I would definitely say it probably took my voice a good hour to 2 hours to get back to normal. I should probably have some more water with me just to drink during it, but I'm not a big water fan, so even though it sits there, I kind of just leave it. What's going on, Dan? How are you? Good morning. Hopefully you're not going to be down in that shit show in South Philly this evening. Well, Miss Q usually go on for 2.5. Yeah, usually I wind up 1.5 to 2 hours. Usually about the 2 hour mark, I find that I start running out of stuff to talk about. I really, in the last hour, between 1 and 2 hours, I start repeating myself because new people have come into the chat and they're asking some of the questions that people have asked early on. We all see that. So usually by 2 hours, I'm like, I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over. And I just start getting bored and I want to do something else. Dawn, really? Did I really have the accent? See, I don't hear it. Probably because I live here and I've been here in Philly for a little over 20 years now. And yes, it is very tough to do 3 hours by yourself. Very hard. Especially when you're trying to work as well. You're going to the Flyers game. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you were here. I was just saying my meeting today got cut to a 1 hour meeting instead of 3 because we were going to get done about 2:30. No, yeah, 2:33 actually. We were supposed to get done, and then the account manager was going to go down to the link for the Eagles game. So everything changed today because that is going to be crazy. Shoot for an hour, and it always gets good about an hour. It's true. I feel like with the way YouTube notifications work, they don't. So a lot of times people don't even know you went live till after you went live. They see it maybe if they go to their homepage, if you pop up on their homepage. I normally know about lives when I go to my subscription page. Usually when I see that, people are already, 25 to 30 minutes into their live. So I go in, you've already talked about a lot of stuff, and that might be stuff I'm asking questions about. So it does take a while. And then half hour to an hour, you start getting people coming in. You normally start off with, 5 or 6 for the first 15 minutes, and then it just keeps increasing. Yesterday, I went over the 20 mark, probably about an hour and 15 in, and then it stayed above that, which was pretty cool. It just took a while to get there. The watch hours is all new to me. I think I'm about to hit 600 hours. Hey, Shay, for you to hit 600 hours already, that's pretty good. That is. Last 2 sales have been over 4 hours each, and I'm alone. Wow, Warcraft. But see, you're also making sales. So, I mean, I guess with what you're doing, it makes sense that you're on longer, especially if you're making money. I would keep going for sure. See, already having to repeat yourself. Exactly. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate that. It's fun. Like, I don't really consider this much work. So I enjoy it. So at least right now it's fun. It is definitely going to be crazy. I am. Surprisingly, I am. How are you doing this morning, John? Glad to see you. Hard for you, Shay, because you're always on everyone else's channels. Shay's all over the place. She really is. Look half asleep. I feel half asleep. I definitely do. John, what do you think of the picture quality? I'm currently streaming on my GoPro 9. Default settings, and in StreamYard, I put it on the higher to make sure it was transferring on StreamYard's end at 720. Everybody said it's a lot better than what I was using, which was this little cheap NGE tube that my wife had bought on Amazon. That was like $10. But yeah, so definitely thank you, everybody. It's really appreciative of all the support you guys have been giving me trying to get to that 4,000 mark. Let me take a look and try to find some things to show this customer today. It's hard because a lot of the stuff I have for these presentations is for new customers that don't use our program already. This is a long-standing customer who I'm trying to upgrade to the new version. So there's not much stuff for that. I usually just give them an example of the program and walk through some scenarios. Can't do that at lunch at the restaurant. Misha, how are you? Glad you can come in again. How was the rest of your night? Shay's short videos are always fun to watch as well. Yeah, I have a lot of fun watching Shay's little videos. They're pretty entertaining. I try to support everyone I can and hope they do it back. Yes, you definitely do, Warcraft. You do a good job of it. I'm glad I was able to stop in your last sale for a little bit. I normally don't purchase anything on YouTube, but it was good to see. You had some pretty nice cards. You definitely did. I like your collection, definitely. Good. Image looks good enough. You sound good. That's most important. Thank you. Yeah, I've got just this little cheap headphone. I don't even know where I got this one. For Christmas, I am getting the new Galaxy Buds 2s for my phone. I have the original. For some reason, I guess because of how old they are, even Bluetooth-wise, they don't connect with my laptop. They connect with everything else I have, but this Galaxy laptop. Funny. So I looked and I saw that there's new versions out, and my wife got me the latest version of the Galaxy Buds for Christmas. So I'm hoping those sound even better and also get off of this wire because I hate wires. If I decide to keep doing lives after I get to 4K, um, I might look into investing in an actual microphone and have that set up here. Great night, good sleep. Yesterday was a good day. That's awesome. I saw your Instagram. It looked like you had some nice sales for sure. Nice little stack going out to the post office, which is pretty cool. Yellow Brick Road, good morning. How are you? Hope all is well. It's funny, have you noticed, those of you that go live, do you notice that sometimes you'll say stuff in the same way as you hear others talk about all the time? Like, I hear different people in my head when I say good morning to people. Like even right there where I said, good morning, hope all is well, I'm hearing Jake. Then I could say it a different way to somebody else. And I'm like, that sounded like so-and-so. You don't even try. It just kind of happens. Better keep doing lives. Shh. I know, Misha, you enjoy them. But, at the same time, you have fun laughing at me talking in the other lives and roasting people a little bit, don't you? But then again, over the last couple of lives, I've gotten a little more just straightforward and not holding back. But John, you are correct. Half asleep. I'm sitting here, my eyes feel half open. So I see it on camera, but I can only imagine what people that don't look at my face all the time think it looks like. Greg, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for stopping in this morning. Joe Dempsey, what's going on, buddy? How's things going? Yellow Brick Road, you enjoy doing lives? Yeah, lives are fun. They really are. I've had a lot more fun doing these than I have pre-records. I do like pre-records. I just don't like to edit. I just don't like to edit. I mean, only ones I like to edit are actually my yard sale ones, which take the longest time. But they're more fun because I'm kind of going through the day and I'm also learning myself. I could see some stuff I left behind and I just make a mental note of that. It's just fun seeing some of the interactions you have while you're doing the editing. Editing of what's sold, boring, so boring. But it is what it is. You got to have some of them. John feels half asleep every day. I untype a lot of stuff myself. Oh my God, Misha, I untype so many comments. If you saw some of the comments I've had typed ready to go in lives, you would be cracking up even more. I just type some stuff out and then I go, no, I better delete that. Somebody might take that one personal, even though it's not meant that way. I know how people can get it. Little Miss Q hates editing too. I think we all do. I hate editing, time wasted for me. I'd rather be out listening or having fun. Yeah, for sure. Totally. I try not to spend any more than a half hour, 45 minutes tops editing. Just because I don't like to edit. I was thinking in next year, I'm going to take some more time to really learn Adobe Pro Premiere. Adobe Pro is what I use for my editing and I pay for it. So I feel like I really need to take advantage of it. So I'm going to work on learning more of that in January and really try to put some more effort into editing in my videos. I just don't want to get to the point where I'm spending 2 to 4 hours like some people on videos editing and not get much return out of it. I feel like that would be a true waste of my time. Been finding my new challenge update video and keep having issues getting it up. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Same with Misha. Backlash Fisherman, what's going on, man? I'm doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Backlash, you were looking yesterday about selling your collection in Johnny's chat, correct? About video games. I mean, not video games. Sorry, sports cards. I believe that was you. If that was you, Warcraft Ohio is who Johnny was talking about yesterday, and he's currently in the chat right now, I believe. You should link up if you wanted to get some information about selling sports cards. He'd be a big help for you. Did 2 videos for the first time in 4 months. It was nice to get back at it. See, I think with how many lives I've been doing lately, I think if I could find some fun content, not just a what's sold, then my next pre-record, I'll be happy to edit and have fun with it. I wish it was garage sale season because, like I said, those are the ones I have the most fun with. Right now, it's just what sold, pretty much, and picking items, just because I'm still sourcing out of my death pile. and I just don't have fun editing those. Hopefully this live break that I've been on will change that. Love seeing you around. Yeah, man, it's fun having no money around. It's a fun guy to talk to in the chat. Good, I'm not the only one on typing comments. Oh, for sure, Dan. Yeah, you should see me on Wednesdays during the Joe, Mike, and Dan show. I almost always have something typed, and I just keep deleting. I just feel like I know how Dan gets. He might get upset. Let me just take this one out. And then I feel like if I've made a couple jokes, I'm like, man, I don't want to keep piling on. Dan's going to be like, I should keep piling on me. So I just kind of like stop and pull back. There's a ton in Johnny's today before I hopped off. That's funny. I was on Johnny's for a little bit. I wanted to get on just myself, just to get another hour in, hopefully get another, about maybe 10 hours out of this one. Towards my watch hours, just any little bit helps, you guys know. Now that my meeting got cut short, I might be able to pop on this afternoon again for a little bit. So we'll see. So many I never hit enter, decided to go for it. Oh my God. I get so worried sometimes. Like I'll delete something and then I'll actually think, I'm like, oh my God, did I just send that? And I'm like scrolling through the chat and I'm going, oh, wait, it's not there. All right, I'm good. But I'm glad I'm not the only one, guys. And there's a couple chats I go in, especially when guests come on and, you just want to make comments and you type them out and you're like, I should not say that. Let me pull back. I seriously jumped out of bed. I'm a morning person now. Didn't used to be, unless I drank. I'm dancing in the morning. My God, Misha, yes. The nights I used to drink a lot, those were my best mornings. Outside of that, I never wanted to get up. So, yeah, I know what you mean right there. The videos do help get, yes, John, 100%. It's been said time and time again. If you want to grow with subs, you got to make videos. If you want watch hours and build your community, that's your lives. Problem is finding that balance, especially when it comes to YouTube growth, since people say you can't grow at all if you're doing the lives with the pre-records. I'm going to put that to a test in 2022. I'd love to grow, but I know I'm never going to be big. I don't want to be big either. Just want to make a couple extra dollars in my pocket from this. So I'm going to definitely be doing a mix of both next year. Just what direction I go with them is up in the air, because I don't think it'll be all reselling content. I'm really in my heart leaning that way because there's so much other stuff I love. So it's going to be more of a channel of me and myself. And then garage sale season, I'll focus on those garage sale videos because those did great for me last year. And those are what helped propel me to 1,000 subs. It's supposed to drop Sunday and I'm going to have to oh my God, that sucks. Now, is that problem with YouTube or is it actually the file that you made? Or you're not sure, so that's why you're going to re-record it? Need to drink my coffee and take some time waking up now. I'm in my 50s. I still have not gotten into coffee, John. I drank it a little bit when I was 16, 17. That's about it. Hated the taste, hated the aftertaste. Now, granted, when I was 16, 17, that was about 25 years ago. So I know coffee's changed a lot since then. I just can't get myself back into trying it again and see if there's now flavors and things like that that I would like. They said Warcraft is the one you need to contact. Okay, well, he is actually here in this chat. So chat amongst yourself. John does it too. It's funny. I'm so glad it's not just me, guys. I'm glad everyone does this. Oh, I'm glad. Been doing lunch chats, going to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've seen that. I was lurking for a little bit yesterday before I jumped on. I might have said hi. I don't remember, but I was definitely in the background watching for a few minutes before I went on. I don't have much of a filter, so I just say it. Yeah, as I'm getting older, my filter's kind of dissipating. But I try to still behave. I just don't want anybody to get mad. Yes, sir. Going to get some of my cards out this weekend, and I will get with you. Cool. I guess is when I keep typing, leaving was a better option. I decided. Yep. I know exactly how you feel. I was messaging with someone this morning about that. Feel free to email. Oh, now I must know what happened this morning. Oh, nothing happened. Just a guest I wasn't interested in, at least on my end. I don't know what Miss Q felt. um, but yeah, it was just an interesting guest, one that, at times that happens. I love watching Johnny, love supporting Johnny, but at times there are guests that I just go, I have no interest in listening to this person, and I leave. But I mean, that's all of us. Can smell the tea. Trying to find a balance too. It really is. It really is, because we all enjoy these lives. John, I've heard you say it so many times too, how much you enjoy doing yours. But if we do want to grow a little bit and get something out of this, we need subs. The views will get you paid, but you still need some subs. And especially you need the pre-records to get pushed out to more people. And if you're relying on just lives, then you're really mainly getting your super chat money and the occasional ad that will come up in the beginning of the live. Where at the pre-records, at least people will see the video almost every time. It's the editing program. What program do you use? Tomorrow I was listening to you yesterday, but I was lurking. I heard about your role play. Oh, what's that about? If there wasn't a delete button, I have to tie my hands up. That's hilarious. Coffee is light. Donut shop, K-cup, caramel. Wow, so good. Yeah, my dad, he lives Dunkin' Donuts. Remember that growing up, always there. Even now, he's still nonstop. Anywhere he goes, he's got to make sure there's Dunkin' Donuts around. Try to restrain on YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to restrain a little bit. In person, my friends, the level of smartass you see from me here on the tube, guys, it's nothing compared to me live and in person. My friends are always like, wait, did you make a comment that wasn't a smartass one? It's pretty funny. Pretty much nonstop. It kind of gets me in trouble at times too. Speaking like. Don't forget DaVinci Resolve for editing is free and it's amazing. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm paying like $20 a month for Premiere Pro, and honestly, it's not worth it because I don't use it to its capabilities. And that's why if I continue using it next year, I'm going to make sure to really learn that program. But if I'm just doing my basic edits that I do, where I'm just cutting out the ums, which I do a lot of, and dropping in some photos, then it's not worth $20 a month. Not at all. Misha quite opposite than most. Actually, most people only lose their filter online and would never say it in person. I don't have time to sugarcoat stuff for people. I know what you mean. I'm a very patient person, except when it comes to stupidity and common sense. So in person, if there's stupidity or no common sense, I kind of lose my filter quick and lose patience quick. And then that's when I get in trouble. Tim Hortons is greater than Dunkin' Donuts. I'll take your word for it. I wouldn't know. Adobe for photography. I really should just upgrade to get the video software as well. Yeah, I wonder if there's a discount for that. If you use multiple ones. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. Yellow Brick uses Filmora. I've heard a lot of resellers use Filmora. Yellow Brick, is that also on the phone, or I mean, not on the phone, on the desktop, or is it just phone based? Because I cannot edit on my phone. I hate editing on my phone. It just seems very difficult for me. All right. Not always a smart ass, but definitely always say shit as it is. You hate me, but you just get me in person. Yep, pretty much. Oh, there is a desktop version. Okay, I'll have to look into that too. I know Cajun Reseller talks up Filmora. I believe that's what he uses. I don't know. He may be lurking. He may not. I know he's usually in here in the mornings when I go on. Morning, Sunny. How are you? That's an early one out there for you, isn't it? How late were you up last night? I think I went to bed probably about 11:45, and you guys were still on with Paul. I'm honest in person. I admit things online. People read too much into stuff. Easier for me just not to type, but in person, face tells the truth. Oh my God. Facial expressions? There's times people that know me well, if we're out, they can tell exactly what's in my head by my facial expressions. Um, I've been told I give some of the best facial expressions, especially when it's around like stupidity and then common sense type stuff. So it gets pretty entertaining. But yes, online I omit for sure because stuff does not come across the same in print as it does from your mouth and in person. It says, my allergic to stupidity and you're making me start to itch. I love it. Love it. For more is cool, you pay a one-time fee. Okay. 8 monthly payments. DR is truly two best editing softwares and it's free. All right. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Let me write that down. I have heard you mention it before. All right. Thank you, John. I will definitely check that out. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Ooh, chat took a jump. Yeah, right, Dan? Did Sunny sleep at all? I might be in Matt's later, Dawn. I don't know. I got to leave about 11:15 for a meeting that's at 12. So if Matt's still on after like 1 o'clock, 1:30, then I'll probably catch you over there. If not, have a good day. Thank you for stopping in this morning. Kind Master, and I love it, but for some reason getting these file errors on a couple of videos. That's interesting. I've never heard of that program. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Oh, you and Annette are going road tripping today. All right, well, good luck. Hope you guys find some good stuff. And hopefully none of us Philly guys jump across the bridge to steal it. St. Paul, I can't fake it. Yeah, I totally can't. And even when I try to bite my tongue, my face just shows everything that's in my head. And yeah, it's good when people can't read my mind. My friends, they crack up. Picking up my way from work, slept right after Paul's live. Okay. It's fix your face when we're out. It's so many times that's hilarious. Misha go on lives? No, I don't think so. Jumping in to say hi real quick. Hope you have a good show. Thank you, Leroy. I know you're probably about to jump on with Eric. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm only going on short. I got to go to a meeting in a little bit, so I wanted to get in some hours before that. I'll be lurking in Eric's on my drive to my meeting, so I'll catch you over there in a little bit. So I get that too. My sister does that. I cover my face with the hands a lot if I'm around BS. That's great. You know, that's one of the things that's been nice about the pandemic. When you go to places and you have to wear masks, nobody can see your face. So when you making those facial expressions, people truly don't know what you're thinking, which was cool. I've ran into some issues though when the mask came off, because I started making even crazier faces under my mask because I'm like, well, they can't see me. I'm just like really giving a what the fuck type face. And once the mask came off, I was still making those faces. So that was a little interesting for a little while. I had to like try to dial back that too. Yeah, no poker face. I have one when I want it. Just not when it comes to stupidity. It was a couple years ago, but currently no. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Misha on anything. Eric is already on. Yeah, Eric's on at 9:30. Usually I'm in there right at 9:30 when he jumps on. And then, you know, Tim files a little later. Usually Tim or Leroy, then the other one, and then Tank. Looking forward to watch the Christmas show a little bit later after I jump off. Those guys are pretty entertaining on Tuesday and nice background noise while I work. A few resources from inspiring me to record a video of my GoPro 7 Black and see what people think. That's cool, John. I'm interested too. Like, I don't have a 7. I don't think we do. We have 2 9s. I have a 9 and my stepson has a 9. But I wonder the quality difference too with the pictures between the 9 and the 7. Is there like a big difference like with streaming and videos, like where you could do a 7 and it looks okay and the 9 looks a lot better? I'm not sure. But I actually don't think you can go stream as a webcam with the 7, can you? I think that capability started with the 8 if I'm correct. But you're the expert on that stuff. I'm not sure. But I think I saw it was like starting with the 8, they had the program you could put onto your desktop or laptop to where you could use it as a webcam. Dang, I want you to come on one of mine. Yeah, if you put Misha on, I will be in that chat getting her going and want to see what kind of filter Misha has. That would be fun. All right, I will bring this. Pager. I'd open a new window. Yeah, I'm really struggling on what to bring this customer for this meeting. I really am. I'm one of those, I don't like work lunch meetings because the way I was raised, if you talked at all with food in your mouth, you were in trouble. There might be a backhand coming across. And work lunch meetings, that happens a lot. People are talking with their mouth full, and it drives me crazy. Oh my God, the mask. Oh, see, the chat jumps all the time, but this time it didn't, and it didn't even have the arrow down, so I didn't see you guys were all talking about the mask. Hey, Jennifer, glad you could finally make it over. And I remember to tell you this time. Yes, I've had real struggles to complain about, but not against those against it. I just hate how easily I misplaced them. Yeah, true. I don't mind wearing it. It's kind of whatever to me. If I got to wear it, I got to wear it. I just miss that ability to hide my face when I'm making faces at someone. Jennifer saw you live. Oh boy. Don't worry, Jennifer. I'll be good. I just bite my tongue and, just grin and bear it and try to go through it. But I know me, if it's on me to talk and I'm eating, they get a little annoyed because I'll take a bite, chew, and then go on. And I usually just stop eating completely when it's like my turn to present something during those. And I want this load. Craft works in the hospital, so I'm totally used to wearing a mask. Oh yeah, I'm sure to you it was absolutely no change. Quality with it will be any different. I stream with a okay. A capture card and the HDMI out. To GoPro, you need a media mod. Okay. See, I knew you would know when people are talking. Yes, Misha, my oldest, he is very bad at it, and I am yelling at him every night at dinner. I just stare at him and he goes, sorry. Like he just knows. Like I would never hit on them. Like they're stepkids. I hit them, there'll be a whole bunch of other issues. Every time I have a live, everyone always asks, where's Jennifer? Since you are in my lives. Man, Jennifer is so all over the place. If you want her to stop by your live, give her a quick message before you go on. I know she gets on me all the time for not telling her when I go live because she's missed some. Surprised she didn't yell at me about yesterday's 3-hour live because I didn't remember to tell her. But I don't think Jen was around yesterday. Joe decided to go live again. I got dibs on the first live with Misha. She was live on Tommy and Tracy back in the day before they got subs. Oh, wow. And so Tommy and Tracy just used to let anyone on, huh? Double vaccine booster, but it looks like that doesn't even matter. Yeah, that's true in a way. Yeah, I mean, there's so many studies coming out now about how effective all of them are. But I just kind of equate it to like the flu. Doesn't matter if you get the flu shot, you're still susceptible to getting it. So it just helps, hopefully. I have both shots in the booster too, Warcraft. So it was fun. Yeah, I'm sure. Whoa, so Jen, are you trying to say Tommy and Tracy have tamed it down since before they got all those subs? Is that where you're going? Okay, you were out Christmas shopping yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I was on for a tick under 3 hours yesterday, Jennifer. It was a long one, and it was pretty much a surprise to me that I was on that long. But it helped. I gained over 50 hours yesterday just from the live, so that was a great thing. Go back to try to find that live, Jennifer. Never know. That might be one of the ones Tommy's deleted because he's been known to hide some lives that get a little crazy. think if it's funny because I'll keep asking if people can please drop links, and it never fails at least 10 people. So where's Jennifer? She has definitely thought about lives. Yes, she is. I thought about it a couple of times during the live. I just never got around to texting her. It's like, man, where's Jennifer? Just never got around to it. And I'm glad she is there in lives because I don't like dropping my link. I'll drop my link if somebody tells me to, but outside of Johnny's show, I don't really just, even if it's a show that doesn't care, I just don't drop my link. I just feel like if people want to come see me, they'll go to the channel because I've done that. Hold on. Finally getting somewhere on trying to get that pre-authorization for my wife's MRI. Sunny. We are having so much issues with this. The doctor's office said we don't need a pre-authorization. We call the insurance company ourselves because we didn't get a reference number. They tell us we need the pre-authorization, which is common for an MRI. You need the pre-auth because they want to make sure you went through other steps to try to get better before they spend over $1,000 for an MRI. So we called the insurance company and they said 100% you need it. We call her back at the doctor's office. They call, we're with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas City. She calls and gets transferred to Blue Cross Blue Shield of South Carolina. The doctor's office is she. And they told her we don't, and faxed over something saying we didn't need it. With still no reference number. We call the MRI place and they go, no, you need one. We called back to the insurance company yesterday. They told us 100% we need one and gave us the number to the place that gives the pre-authorizations. So the doctor's office just called them, and that place says, we're not part of that plan. So they called back to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and now they're told again, we don't need a pre-authorization, but at least got a reference number this time. So I feel like if we got a reference number this time, then it is what it is. We'll have to submit that to the MRI place and see if that goes through. Hopefully this does not come back to bite me on the money aspect after the fact. Janet is crazy with dropping links. She is very good. Please keep on our streams. I'm nervous to go on for some reason. I've been invited to a lot. And I feel like I don't go on any, which I don't. Partly because of the times a lot of people are on. And I don't want to go on some and tell other people no. I don't want to get people upset and feeling like, oh, I went on so-and-so's live, but not their live. And I just don't want to go through all that. And then I know some people get in their feelings about stuff like that. My pre-authorization for another procedure, cool. Makes you look desperate in lives. I've been into dropping the link. My lives, only mods can drop links. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I see some people, Jen will be in a live and she's dropping links. And then people are dropping their link right after her or in between. Like if you've got a mod in there already putting out links, there's no need for you to be in there doing it. Like I'll admit, when I first started going to Johnny's channel, when I probably only had like 75 subs, I was doing the same thing, dropping them in. But now that there's people at like 800 or so, chill, let the mod handle it. Or if the person running the live tells you go ahead, then go ahead. Like when I was getting close to 1,000, Johnny, not you, Coffee Talk, Cajun Roots Reseller, would tell me, drop your live. Victoria would be like, drop your link, Paul. You're getting close to 1,000. That's when I would drop it. Medical, yes, it totally does. And I'm dealing with it a lot more now that I got married in August and added my wife and her kids onto my plan. Before, when it was just me, who never went to the doctor, never really had much wrong, it was no issues. But yeah, at the controller craft, it's different being on others for sure. Yeah, I always, when I have gone in other lives, it's weird to me because I try to type in the comments section on StreamYard, and I can't. And I'm always like, oh, that's right. It's not my live. What am I hammering on about now, Paul? He's in the comments, but not the video? Really? Wonder if he's having some video issues. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm going to listen to them in the car in a little bit once I head to my meeting, because I got about a half-hour drive to that meeting. Oh, yeah, you're right. You got Leroy, Tim, Jimmy, but no Eric. Interesting. Drives me nuts. I know, Jen. We've talked about this quite a few times. I feel like dropping mine too. No, let me check and make sure. There are people. Don't want you feeling lonely, John. I noticed like you're the only one here in blue, without the blue. People drop it, then I drop their links. Don't piss Jennifer off. She does. She takes it seriously. We'll tell you to drop your links in the chat, but I don't. Yep, you're there to support their channel. Exactly. Just being acknowledged goes a long way. Yeah, totally. And I feel like, at least in this reseller space, in a lot of these lives, it's all the same people in the chat anyway. I feel like a lot of times, if you're not already subscribed to me and we're in the same live every day, then you're just not interested in subscribing to me. And that's okay. There is a handful, more than a handful of people in lives that I watch and I see the chat that I'm not subscribed to them. I've checked out their stuff and I have no interest, or I just don't like some of the conversation that they have in the chat. So I don't even bother to go check out their stuff. I mean, that's just natural. So there's no need really for me to keep dropping my link to the same people that if they're subbed to me, they're subbed. If they're not, they just don't want to be. And that's fine. We don't have to sub to everybody. I've done so many lives lately, even when international last week. That was a blast. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was actually in that one when you were over there across the pond. I've definitely been watching more of the UK resellers. It's pretty much the same stuff, but it's just fun to watch them and see their different perspectives on things. And they're pretty fun too. Yeah, that's Sunny. Share your link in the stream. That's different. Yeah. The best. It drives me nuts when people try to be me. Yeah, guys, nobody can be Jennifer. But Jennifer is spread so thin now because everybody wants to go live now, that everybody's trying to make other people into mods now, which is cool. Just they're not going to be Jennifer. In your chat, are we boring? Yeah, exactly. I understand when people are having interviews with someone that they don't hit the chat up as often as they normally would. Or if you're talking about a topic, John and Jeff, they could easily get caught up in their chats and do nothing but talk to the chat and talk about the chat, but they're there to talk about technology. And they do a good job of mixing in some talk about tech, then go to the chat for a little bit, go back to the tech, go back to the chat. That is cool. Like the people that just completely ignore the chat, that's boring, because I'm there to support you, but at the same time, it makes it a little more fun too. Nice, Greg. That's pretty good. Having live, you should be talking to the chat. Yeah, I do too. I watch Night's Life. Richard's pretty cool. I was watching Maximus the other day. He actually had Richard on. Two of them were pretty funny. Like, there's a handful of them. It's just, not a huge fan of the English accent, but it is entertaining to watch them sometimes. And it's nice seeing too, like people across the world aren't much different than us. They're very similar. We have some of the same thoughts, the same problems. Like, we're not that different. Talk to chat. I'm getting close to 550 subs now. Awesome, Warcraft. That's cool. Speaking of some of the people I see across the pond when I go into the UK chats, Tam and Bell, how are you guys? How are you? Glad you could stop in. Appreciate it. If they asked me, I really enjoyed bringing them into my circle, and I gained 100 subs and lots of watch hours. All right, that is awesome. That's a lot of people their way too. That's awesome. And I have been noticing some of the UK chats that I've been going into. There's been more and more people from the States popping in, which is pretty cool because then, everybody's got their circle. We got our circle of people we talk to. They got their circle over there that they're used to talking to in their chats, especially because of the time difference. So it's nice having some people stateside in there that I chat with. But they're very friendly. The UK out there in the UK, I've definitely been talking to more of them in their chats, and it's becoming more fun watching as well. ABL reselling, yep, he's pretty cool too. Tam and Bell, yep, they're all fun. His work on the screen, he's made me a believer. He actually works. Sadly, I'm not much right now. I'm paying a lot of attention to this chat, which is still cool. But that was my plan this morning. I only had a little bit I wanted to do before this meeting. And I have an idea in my head now how I'm going to handle the meeting. So I'm just kind of chilling now. What's going on, John? How are you? You got to go. Thanks for stopping in, though. I do appreciate it. I really do. We're still saying, hi. Let me see. Thrifty Lobster. What's going on, buddy? How are you? I was seeing you a whole bunch for a couple weeks, and now I haven't seen you for the last couple of days. How's things going? Been saying a lot the way, and people seem to be mentioning. That's cool. Sub to Sunny, sorry. Oh, you weren't sub to Sunny, Misha? Gotta get on that. Lobster. Yes, Nashville Flippers. What's going on, guys? How are you? How's your morning? See the numbers jumping up. Did Johnny just end or something? Didn't want to take any subs from him. I mean, watchers from him. But yeah. Oh yeah, I don't see his live going on. So I guess some people are popping over from there. That's cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I see Johnny just dropped his homemade lasagna video too. I'll have to put that in my watch later. I'm here for the watch hours, dude. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. My live yesterday picked up over 50 hours. We were on for about 3 hours. And that was cool. That's where I was. I don't know what happened. You know what happened, Misha? You probably were. And then YouTube struck. You know how YouTube is. Like those subs keep jumping up and down. The last 2 days, I've been fluctuating between 145 and 135, and it's random. I'll lose 3, and then 2 hours later, I've got 4 back. Then I'll lose 2, then I'll gain 5, and I'll lose 7. It's just every couple hours, there's just jumps. And when I look into the analytics don't even match up. Like I know how much things have been bouncing back and forth. I don't know if there's some glitch with YouTube right now in their subs. Mo, reseller niche, he's been having major issues since he got close to 1,000. He was at 960, jumped up to like 1040, dropped back down to 980, then went above. Now he's been over 1,000 since the weekend, but he's still jumping from like 1,020 to 1,055. Then he's back down to 1,038. There is something going on YouTube's end right now. I know in the app, it mentions revenue hasn't been reporting accurately since like December 10th. I don't know if that same issue with the revenue reporting is also affecting the subscribers reporting, because it's definitely very weird what's going on. Sorry, it took me today. I thought if I watch other people's videos, it counts in my YouTube watch hours. Yo, if they counted into my watch hours how much I watch, oh my God, I would have cleared 4,000 in like 2 weeks. I was close to 20 overnight. Wow, that's crazy. Nashville, same deal. I do think it's glitching a lot right now. It definitely feels like it. Well, if someone comes here instead of somewhere else, it's where they want to be. Just saying, no, that's totally true, Misha. But you know how it goes too. Like someone was watching Johnny and they wanted to watch Johnny, and now they're here. His show ended. But yeah, like I always tell people too, there's so many channels on YouTube. There's so many people on YouTube that we're all going to eat. We're all going to have people in our lives. So I don't worry too much about going on when other people go on. I just kind of staggered this morning. That way I could also stop into Johnny's myself for a little bit. I love to support Johnny. He's been so great to all of us. Flippy got me on in the background. Get those pennies. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. I'll be on for a little bit longer, about 20 minutes, and then I got to go clean up a little bit for the meeting and get this all slicked and back like I did last week on my live. Jen's sharing some links. Yes, Mo. If you're not subbed to Mo, definitely check Mo out. Chucky, what's going on, Chuckster? Everybody thought I was talking to you during yesterday's live. I got a phone call from one of my sales guys, and his name's Chuck, and we were talking for a good 20 minutes, and it was pretty entertaining. Hold on. With all the issues we're having with the insurance company, my wife is nervous about using that reference number to schedule. And I am too, since my plan online, when I read it, says we need that pre-auth for the MRI. But if they gave us a reference number, give the MRI people the reference number, you would think they would verify it. And hopefully that'd be all good. At least you would think. If not, this will be one of the last times we use Einstein. But yeah, Chuck, everybody thought I was talking to you. It was pretty hilarious because I had the person on mute. Like I had him up against my ear, but everybody heard me talking, and it was a hilarious conversation. You should go back and check that out, Chuck. Glad you could stop in this morning. We were getting people over the milestones yesterday and got Cap Guy over 1150. Wow. 29 overnight. I mean, I've noticed with YouTube, if you are getting a majority of your subs in lives and getting them in chats in their bulk, you're going to lose bulk. I'm sure YouTube looks at it as sub for sub or bots, and they just want to verify everything. When I get bulk subs from a video, I don't lose a ton. And I mean, I understand on YouTube's end, but I think right now there is some kind of glitch going on. Don't we all? Okay, Misha is very ethical. She just buys hers instead, Chuck. So she's not a thief. She just pulls out her credit card. Misha, next time you do, can you buy me some views for some watch hours? What's going on, Kay? How are you? Thanks for stopping in this morning. I am trying. We're getting close, Kay. Just over the 1,000 mark left to go. So by the time YouTube cycles in yesterday's live, I will be under the 1,000 mark and quickly approaching it. So I like my timeline of January 1st, as long as I keep up with these lives. All right. The Mexican picker. You know, I saw that interview. I've got to watch that too. It's in my watch later. I've never even heard of him. I love the name when I heard it. I was like, the Mexican picker. I'm like, okay, got to check this dude out. Definitely have to check that interview. Sorry, but only if they actually stick around and enjoy the content. Very true. You don't want empty subs, obviously. Smart move, Misha. Chucky sounded sus just like you. What's going on, Vintage Philly? How are you? Thanks for stopping in this morning. Appreciate it. You don't like channel pushing, that's why. Yep. So I was in the chat, but a guy named Chuck was on the phone. Come on, it's not rocket science. Yeah, man, they thought it was really suspect. It was hilarious. I was actually talking, I had my microphone on mute, and the call was just going forever. Leroy and Jen and Misha were just cracking jokes, thinking I was pretending. So I just went boop, boop, took off mute. And then people were like, you're unmuted. And I'm like, I know. And then everybody just heard me talking back. It was pretty funny. Definitely take them in bulk sometimes, for sure. Read my subs from videos or clubs always stick. When I get a bunch at once from someone's lives, I lose them with the quickness. Yes, every time. And with the videos, I've never seen that drop off. I shadow banned it on Instagram. Everything is crazy right now. What do you mean, shadow banned? I've been hearing people say stuff like that lately, but I don't know. I might have that. I might not. I don't know. I might have experienced and never even realized and just thought nobody was looking at my shit. I mean, I don't post much on Instagram anyway, though. I need to buy a sub who watches my channel around the clock. Got 62 subs from a live in October, kept them, and 3 days later got monetized. Yes, I remember that live. That was the live you went over 1,000. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I wonder if part of that too is, I don't think you were going back and also subbing to those people at the same time, like people do within the chat. I know people were pushing you that day to get you over 1,000, and that might be part of the reason why it's stuck. Because I don't know, did you go back and sub to those people as they were subbing to you? Because I know there wasn't a lot of link sharing going on in yours. Great interview. Sunny is almost at 1K, but very few watch hours. I'm just thankful to see people enjoy me. Yeah, Sunny, it's been a lot of fun watching you recently. The last couple of days, I've been telling you, like, it's gotten a lot funnier seeing that personality come. You are such a smartass, and I love it. Just a funny guy for sure. The fun show, to be honest, it was. Chuck was on the toilet during that call. But I got no likes on the IG. Don't think I'm shadow banned. Oh, Dan. Oh. I'm really trying to get my hours when I get my subs. I actually only need around 240, but now I need 260 again. I'm telling you, I wanted the hours before the subs, but with the pre-records, with the garage sales, the subs were just flowing in. When I had my garage sale videos, I was getting anywhere from 10 to 50 subs per video during garage sale season, which was awesome. And I feel like if I was able to keep doing garage sale videos during the second half of garage sale season, if I wasn't coaching football, I probably would have also been monetized by now, because those videos were just getting 10 to 50 subs. Some of them have 100 to 300 watch hours just because so many people were watching them. One of the videos is over 5,000 views. And when I think average watch time was about 9-10 minutes per person. So that adds up. But yeah, we all get there when it's the right time. Chuck's nasty. Yeah, we all know that. That's why Marcy tries to keep her distance in their videos. I sub back about 20. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, I think that goes again with how none of us truly know about YouTube. None of us truly know how this YouTube thing works. But I do think right now with the subs, there is some issue in their reporting, just like their monetization, with the amount of fluctuation we're seeing just throughout a day. It's not even like the subs drop big time overnight like they used to. There's so much fluctuation during the day. What's going on, Matt? How are you? Thanks for stopping in this morning. And Little Miss Q, like we were talking about, Outcountry Sales. Amber, hi, how are you? I didn't realize you came in. I'm sorry I missed that. Little Miss Q, like we were talking about earlier, usually around the 1 hour mark is when things start getting good in a live. And now I see we're over 20 people at about an hour in. Starts off slow, and then it just keeps building the longer you go on. But we do know you hit that point where you also drop and people are just tired of watching you. That was part of the reason why I ended my show yesterday around 3 o'clock, because I noticed the numbers starting to drop. Like I went from about 23, 24 down to like 14, and it was just staying down there. So that's why I kind of ended things yesterday. Okay, was surprised to hit our hours before your subs. Okay. I mean, you've got longer videos. So most of my videos are like 7 to 9 minutes. You're usually around like 20, I believe. So even if we get the same amount of retention per video, you're definitely racking up some more time than I am. I'll be fighting the crowd tonight. Yeah, man, that crowd tonight is going to be crazy. Going to do a 24-hour live soon, while 12 hours taking an hour break, then 12 more hours, since you don't get credit anything over 12. Been working on details. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. People have been trying to get me to do a 24-hour. That's not going to happen. They say it's going to help me my watch hours quick, and it could. I did the math. I mean, you do 24 hours. Say you have 20 people sitting in there per hour. and you just stay 20 people every hour for 24 hours, that's 480 hours. That's a huge chunk. If I keep knocking out 65 to 100 per day over the next few weeks, next 2, maybe 3 weeks, I'd rather do that than spend 24 hours and then 2 or 3 days recovering. I mean, I am in my 40s now. Put my bell on IG for Dan and Sunny now. I haven't been seeing your post. There's a bell for IG. I never noticed that. I mean, that's cool. I'm going to have to look at that. I kind of always equate IG to like Facebook. I mean, they are the same company where they just keep showing you the same people and don't give you any variety. I feel like I always see the same people on Instagram, like I always see the same people on Facebook. Okay, I was away for a while and blame myself for not being consistent. I think we all can blame ourselves for that, Sonny. We all could probably be where we wanted to be right now on YouTube on a smaller scale if we were consistent. Like, honestly, I'd be monetized by now. My channel would probably be a lot more than 1,000 subs. I do believe that if I was able to continue a yard sale season. I blame myself for that consistency, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I got to experience head coaching football this year for my son's team. And those 3 months were absolutely amazing. I wouldn't change any of it. August was insane. 4 nights a week practicing. And then Saturdays, we had like scrimmages and things like that in between a wedding and vacation. And then 2 nights a week practice in September and October with games every Saturday. So it was definitely crazy, but so worth it. It sucks what it did to my channel. But at the end of the day, I still think family and my regular life is always going to be more important than keeping up with YouTube and making sure I stay consistent. If I have to take a break, I'm going to take a break. Have everyone pop on and say hi. Would y'all be interested? That's cool. Someone did that not too long ago. I think Dante did that in like the spring. He did that with a whole bunch of like smaller resellers. He did like every 15 minutes there was a different one of us on, and we came on each for like 5-10 minutes. And then he boom, go to the next one. That's good for since not good for others. Yeah. That's nice after 3 years on YouTube, but I took all of 2020 off, so that's my fault. Yeah, we all take time and we all have our lives. Just thankful. I know there's a few at a time. I've never had a big dump. Gotta get some water. Make sure I have a voice for that meeting. We better go 2 for 2 down there tonight, Big Thrift. How are the Flyers doing? Last I looked, they were doing pretty crappy. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but they were. Challenge, I'm doing it. Oh, okay. Okay. I made the mistake where I did say to Cajun Reseller, I will only do a 24-hour live if he goes live. Because we all wanted him to go live. And I am nervous because now he is making pre-recorded videos with his face in it, which he would refuse to do before. And he's now doing it. I feel like that's eventually going to lead to him going live. And Chris does not let me forget the comment I made one live. So I definitely had a case of foot and mouth one day while trying to push Chris to go live. Yellow Brick, it's okay. You're back, so I appreciate it. I do. Fun to accomplish it. It definitely would. For me, a 24-hour live is just so hard with the kids running around, wife, family life stuff. And my whole area that I'm set up and I work in is in our bedroom. So I'd have to move out to the living room, which then again means during the daytime I'd have people coming in and out. So yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't ever do a 24-hour live. Go to there's a bell at the top. I'm gonna have to check that out, Misha. I definitely never knew that. Reels is where it's at on Instagram. I did a couple small ones when I was cleaning my garage, and those did well. I was surprised. They did better there than the shorts did on YouTube. So I think I might do more reels on there. I just like scrolling through Instagram and seeing what other people have sold. I actually prefer seeing what sold more on Instagram and just images where I could swipe real quick and just like, than watching what sold videos. I just find it more fun, and it's just something I can do while I'm watching TV or something else. Consistency is 100% the key. Nashville. I love reels. I'm going to do that a lot more next year. Okay, cool. I can't wait to see that, Misha. I would if I didn't have time to take the time off. Okay. So you've got a lot of time. I understand. Yeah, that's how me with my lives next week. There are going to be some longer lives for sure, especially on the days where the kids are with their dad. I'm just going to have so much more free time. I'm going to be working on getting everything together for next year with reselling and trying to formulate a plan to actually grow and get myself some more time. But I will be on here more to get those hours. The editing program stops sabotaging you. Yes, it's not the priority. Kay, you know that for sure. You've got a daughter. Especially when you got kids, it just can't be your priority. I mean, if you're making Harry Tornado kind of money, then hey, then maybe it's priority even with kids. But for most of us, nah. Hold on one second, guys. Wife is calling. All right, I'm back. That is good news. She said they finally gave her a reference number. They scheduled the MRI, so it looks like we're going to be good to go on that. Hopefully, hopefully there's no still mix-ups, and they just gave her a reference number. Chuck said, "Don't Paul." I did, especially coming from Chuck, Misha. How could you not? I mean, Chuck's like us. He's just a big jokester, and he just wants to see what he can say, and that's what I thought. Toilet. Made a new consistent schedule when I first started doing more videos, but it was hard to maintain. Yes, if you're trying to do more, I'm back and forth. If I'm going to do the pre-records, I think I might do try to do one a week and then mix in some lives. I'm still really formulating this out of my head, guys. I know I say something different every day in these lives, but that's all the thoughts that are going through my head. We're slowly getting there. I'm slowly starting to narrow them down. I think next week I'll have a good plan in place on what I want to do. Boring real life job. Hey, that's what I do most of the day. I'm in these labs watching while I do some work. I think that's what most of us do. If we're not reselling full time, we're listening to this while we're at work. Finally with Chris, glad he's coming out of his show. 100% Greg. His videos the last couple of weeks have been great. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but they have. It's been so much better. Okay, we've all been trying. I can see him doing that just to make me go on a 24-hour live. I can see that. What's going on, Richard? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. We were just talking about you guys and those across the pond a little earlier. Hello, Paul. Greetings, citations. Good afternoon. Or no, still good morning. See, trying to be formal, and that's what happens. How you doing this morning? Glad you could stop in. Everybody's saying hi. Come on, Jennifer, live. I'll need all the luck I can get for that. Yeah, he's a tough one to crack. I'm telling you, the one I think that could get him to go live would probably be Kayla. If he makes another trip to go see Kayla, I could see her just popping on that live, and boom, he's on the live, even if he wanted to or not. It just happened. I could totally see that happening. No, gee, thank you, Misha, for the phone on Instagram. Southern Nashville, but just check my book. Yep. See, freaking YouTube. I've had so many people where I'm like, wow, somebody has not put out a video in a while. Let me go check them out. And then I go and I'm like, oh, they have put out videos. YouTube just took off the sub. Lisa's planning on growing that IG and TikTok. Dan, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for stopping in, man. Glad you could finally catch one. I'm back. What's up, Night's Life? Yeah, guys. Night's Life, he's got a pretty good channel. He's been going solid with this Vlogmas. And Saturday, he is going to have the real Santa stopping by his show. So if you want to see that Santa is real, stop by his show and see that real Santa on Saturday. You can do without your joke of the day after this week, Rich. You're going to have to DM me on Instagram something to make me chuckle every day. If he's going to stop the every day once Vlogmas is over, maybe he could do the joke of the day as a short. Maybe quick little short. Takes no time to make. Just thought. We're wrapping $62 for wrapping paper. I have had some people message me in the last day like, hey, is there any way you can get this to me by Christmas? No, sorry, there's not. It's not going to happen, especially on something like Facebook Marketplace where I can't change the shipping to something like Express. Like you pay, you're going to pay, and it is what it is. And I'm not going in and editing any listings. Like I don't care that much, especially for items that are under $20. Yes, everybody's saying hi. Everybody's subbing to Richard. That's awesome. Yep. I was right in talking to them. It's afternoon over there, and that's 100% true. 100%. You know what to expect. They don't get it. Slowly catching up, Jennifer, before you start laughing at me for reading too slow. Night's Life, Saturday Night Lives are great. I plan to stop by on there too. Yeah, I enjoy watching them. I usually stop in for a little bit on Saturday. It's entertaining. And their nighttime lives are like that late afternoon for us, which is perfect because there's usually not a lot on stateside, so I don't feel like I'm missing anybody. And B, everybody's still saying hi. Caught up, Jennifer. Now everybody's going to start talking, and that is going to change. I am sure of it. All right, so I'm going to print out that for the meeting. Yeah, I think I'm just going to print out that. Actually, maybe I'll bring this and flip it in a tablet mode. Sorry, just thinking about my meeting right now for work. I'm trying to get a couple ideas to make this a little more entertaining. I know it's a lunch and we're just going to kind of table a lot of the discussion for later, but I feel like I really need to show them something just because this program really sells itself when you can give an actual example. I go to the post office, UPS, and FedEx several times a day. Wow. Now, is it possible to get pickup scheduled? That way you're not going so many times a day, or are you just getting like say 4 sales, get them packed up and get out the door and drop those off and then come home. And if you got more, do those and drop them off. Really, after they, I don't think there's a chance unless they live in my area. Yeah, I will say like the post office on my end has been pretty awesome. I was surprised. It says like 3-day priority. It's been there. Even the first class stuff has been making it there relatively quickly. It's been surprising to me, and it's nice to see. Maybe they're getting their act together there. Even some of my sports cards that go with the eBay standard envelope that don't always get scanned, they were all getting scanned. And they were moving through the system quickly as well. And you would think something like that would move a little bit slower. So I will have to say, other people might have different experiences with them this season. But for me, the USPS has been a lot better than I thought it would be. And I am surprised I am saying that. Because I did slow down my listing the last 2 weeks just because I didn't want to deal with any potential slowdowns with them. I stopped listing anything first class because I didn't want to risk something not getting there in time, thinking back to last year. to have them pick it up, but they weren't scanning my items. I have to go watch and scan them. Okay. Yeah, a lot of my post offices around here, they stopped scanning your packages. If you had prepaid packages, they all had signs on the door that said, drop on the side of the counter if prepaid label. And if they were busy, you had to do that or they weren't scanning them. And if you went to the window, they would just take your packages, move them to the side and not scan them and keep it moving. The ones that had the kiosk, they said if you needed the receipt, use the kiosk. If not, you can come in and drop on the counter. But if you wanted that receipt, you had to use the kiosk. I'm not sure if that's allowed or not, but with all of the post offices in the region doing that, then I believe the postmaster in the region had to have signed off on it. I don't think each individual post office has that autonomy to do whatever they want in that aspect. I go to a tiny, tiny little one, so there's never a line. So every time I go in, that guy scans everything, no matter how many I bring in. Yeah, Greg, 1,000% better. So much better. Ed, what's going on? Good morning, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Sonny, appreciate you stopping in, man. Have a good day. I'm sure I will see you tonight in some other chats. I'm waiting for overnight sadness. Then afternoon, day for. Okay. That's crazy. That's awesome, though. The kiosk is cool but slow. I have used the scan sheet once. It did work. I don't know if it was a fluke. I never tried it a second time. I don't know if you tried it, Ed. But I also know with the scan sheet, you have to worry about possibly not being able to get all of them into the Dropbox. Because at one post office, I did scan everything at the machine. Then when I went to go put it in the Dropbox, I went and it was locked because it was full. Got to run to a meeting, keep chasing that money. And thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. Thinking of that, guys, I am actually going to get out of here myself. It is now 10:42. I have to leave at about 11:15 for this meeting, and I need to print this stuff out, change, and make myself look kind of presentable. So I'm going to go. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in and supporting. This has been wonderful, everything the last week and a half. I truly appreciate you all. I may be back on later today, but if not, I will catch you in other chats, and I will definitely be back tomorrow. All right. So have a good one, guys.